Good morning and welcome to Galactic Soul Healing. My name's Sonia and I apologise for the extremely large gap in recording now to previous recording. I don't think I've done this for quite a few months. Thank you to the subscribers that are still present. So I've got some decks today. So we're going to be looking at the Greenwich Oracle. The Gateway of Light Activation. Sorry, this is by Cheryl and Darcy, the Greenwich Oracle. Okay. Yep, and Kyle Gray's Gateway of Light Activation. Actually, I'll just pop these over here. And we have the Dragon Wisdom Oracle as well by Christine Arana Fader. Okay. And while I'm shuffling, we have the three decks. This is the Greenwich Oracle, this is the Gateway of Light Activation, and we have the dragons here. So as I'm shuffling, I'm just going to have a really quick chat. Excuse me. This is kind of about... there's been lots of things going on, as we know. Lots of energetic shifts happening, solar flashes, you name it, it's happening. Whatever you can conjure up, it's happening now. Spirit has been guiding me. I've been doing lots of meditations, been doing some energy healing work, been doing lots of stuff on myself. Right, so I'm going to get to the point now. The point is that there are dragon energies present for us. Okay, I was doing a deep alignment breath meditation. I am going to give this person a plug now. Her name is Dr. Sue Morter, S-U-E first name, Morter, M-O-R-T-E-R. She is doing some energy codes work with energy codes, which is all about aligning your body, breath, and especially you're getting your energy body on board, like bringing yourself back in and helping you to be really focused and really tune in to what's on the inside of you, but also that is going to help you with your purpose. Okay, manifesting and being your purpose. This just definitely appealed to me because I'm pretty sure I'm a bit of an empath and empathic, so I find boundaries has been a bit of an issue in my life, and this is going to really help. And so for those of you out there who are in that same boat possibly, or even for people that it's not just for empaths, okay, it's for anyone that wants to basically improve their health, their well-being, their it's very healing. It's extremely healing for the whole mind, body, spirit complex. Okay, so I've been doing that, and this has helped me to get back on track. Okay, because she also does release work. You do emotional release, energetic release, and you don't have to have major breakdowns or in terms of bursting out in tears. Although if that happens. But a lot of it's just linked into body pressure, activation points, and moving in certain ways, and just it's really amazing. It's incredible because it's all linked. The mind, body, spirit is all linked. So there's all these advanced healing, energy healing techniques that are going to come through, and eventually will have the capacity to even surpass the need for lots of other traditional medical practices and procedures, okay, and medications, etc. So that's up to discretion of the listener to work out that. Okay, I'm not going to give any specific directives because I'm not qualified to do that, and that's not what this channel is about. But just as a side point, it's very great for your health, okay, because all the mind, body, emotions, thoughts, the psychology is interlinked with the effect on the body. We store trauma in the body. Many of you have probably done studies in that area. So it's just, and basically the trauma can filter down into causing disease and dis-ease of the body and symptoms of various types. It's just incredible how it's all interlinked. Right, we're nearly finished shuffling. That went pretty quick, didn't it? Okay, so, and the dragons came through. So, like I said, I was doing one of these meditations. Just really a central channel breath is what she calls it. Okay, this is Dr. Sue Morta's techniques. And she did say this could happen, is that you can actually get really in touch with, like, and there's like an inner love and a bit of a bliss and peacefulness that happens. Okay, and this energy that came through to me was really deep. Like, it almost didn't feel like me, but that's the interesting thing, is that we have an external personality, but our inner core is actually quite amazing. Anyway, I really felt like it was just like dragon came into my consciousness. It was like dragon. It was like this really deep kind of resonant, really loving, but almost like just a really deep knowingness of like, okay, we know exactly what's going on, or, you know, it's like we've got this, or we have the power, or, you know, something along those lines. It was like, I don't mean it to sound like egotistical, you know, like, oh, I'm all powerful now. It's not like that. It was more like just a really deep, calm, inner knowing, super wise. It was this inner wisdom kind of thing. And there are lots of people doing dragon energy channeling and messages on YouTube now. And I kind of feel like I might be doing some of that myself. So I'd really like to do a dragon reading today, because I think that the dragons are... I feel like I have, for a long time now, I felt like I do have a dragon guide, and I do a lot of journaling and a lot of the automatic writing, and some of the guide messages come out through that. So let's just popping my hands down on the cards now. I'm just going to say a quick prayer. So let's just thank the archangels, ascended masters, light beings, and also the celestial dragon guides, animal elemental guides, and all of the high frequency beings helping us at this time. Please help us to just tune into ourselves, to just come back to base, and help us to become more open to receiving any messages or guidance that you'd like to send through to us. So just thank you for this reading in advance, and yeah, let's proceed and cut the cards and see what comes up. I'm only going to do 3 cards from each deck, okay? So if you want to see me cut the cards, I apologise for the quality of this video. I'm going to be holding the cards up. I understand this is not focused at this point, but just so you can see me cutting the cards here, I'm not pulling a particular card out of the deck, okay? And let's go with the Green Witch Oracle first, because I really love these nature images. Right. We may even just be doing 1 card from each deck, I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll go through a couple of times at least. Grounding. Potato. That's so paramount at the moment. You know, grounding is actually centering, but it's not just standing on the earth. It's actually moving your consciousness down into the earth, and even with your imagining your breath going into the earth, and then breathing in the energy from the earth. Imagining that, okay? Because we do have a bioenergetic connection to the earth, okay? The earth has a frequency, and so do we. And at this point in time, we can benefit from those magnetic energies. It's scientific now. A lot of this stuff has been scientifically proven, okay? So we need to start listening to the science that's coming through. Grounding. And you know what? Potatoes are awesome. They've got carbs, bit of protein, and really great sustaining vegetable, like lots of energy in them, okay, as well. So if you're going to grow anything in your backyard, these guys would be a really good thing to grow, okay? Because even if, you know, your meat consumption drops off, you can, like, potatoes are really substantial. Oh my God, this is so gorgeous. Thank you, Spirit. I really feel connected to these cards, gifts, and I'm going to get some more dragon decks. Okay, so just so you know, for the future, this is my only dragon deck at the moment, but it's really gorgeous. That is a beautiful celestial dragon, and she's, more or less saying your gifts are going to come forward now, and that's also part of our alignment, our attunement to spirit, our soul self, our spiritual self, our our deep wisdom self, okay, our wise self. Our gifts are going to come through, and we might not even know what they are yet. This is the amazing thing. We are in incredible times. Okay, Kyle Gray's cards here. The Akashic Records. And I'm just going to pull that away for a bit to just see what that says on the bottom. Clearing old stories, releasing past lives, and freedom. Okay. Now, dragon energy is very much about freedom. A lot of us want to feel like a dragon. Okay, we want to feel free, we want to feel strong, we want to feel powerful. We don't want to feel like we're in a cage. Okay, dragon energy is about freedom, but the interesting thing is that much of the caging that's gone on is actually in our own minds. So it's about releasing old stories or old patterns or old ways of thinking and believing about ourselves that have held us back in this metaphorical cage. Okay, and I get that there are other externals that impress upon us depending on your situation, but even the way we choose to perceive that can either be really restrictive, or it can be ultimately an opportunity for soul growth and expansion of your consciousness. Okay, it's all about perception. Releasing past lives. Okay, and I'm going to just pop in there, it's releasing trauma, old stories and things like that, and that's really going to help us. That's often what's blocking us from feeling into these gifts, okay, is the old stories that keep playing, and we keep operating from those old stories, and so we never get to tap into what these gifts are. And the other thing is that with the grounding, this is more like going into body. If you ground or embody your grounding, okay, where sometimes the old stories and that it's all head stuff. So if you're living in your mind a lot, you can be Dr. Sue Morter talks about this as well, and I'm just linking into the cards, which is bizarre, but it's just happening. So it's about, moving out of your head energy, which I've often said anyhow is like about intellect. We've been too intellect, not dominant, and not balancing it out enough with creativity, intuition, soul kind of activities, and even the body. Like a lot of people have been disconnected from their bodies because of the progression of their consciousness or what's happened in their lives. It's kind of shifted their focus away from being centered and being more disconnected from what's going on in the body. And I'm just going to give Sue Morter another plug here, because her technique really helps you to come into awareness of the body. Okay, I feel like I'm healing a lot of my digestive issues from doing this. So if you have digestive issues, look into that. She's got a mini course, or you can go and do, I think it's email or Facebook, I'm not sure. But you Google it and you'll find out. She does energy codes, it's called, and she's got a book out as well. I just bought that for about $20 on Amazon, I think it was. So even grab the book and have a read. But yes. Okay, let's grab at least a few more cards. Right, so we're going back to duality. Okay, so one of the gifts is that we're going to come through is that our mind body, as they become one, our gifts are going to be able to be channeled out more effectively, and we're going to be able to release this thing called duality. Okay, because as we come into oneness, we come into more whole-souledness. Whereas duality is sort of a little bit like, see, it's got a little caduceus here, which is healing. So we want to be healing this dual aspect of ourselves, like mind, body, masculine, feminine. I mean, okay, we've had to conceptualize these things separately in order to understand them, but at some point they all just come back in together, and then we evolve to even higher, in higher frequencies. But other thing I just want to say is that we've got a lot of carbs here, folks. But once again, bananas are an awesome food. So this is also about nutrition. Fruits, but look at that golden yellow. That's also speaking to me of the solar plexus chakra, which once again is all about that expansion, that freedom, which is what the dragons are wanting us to really step into more. Okay, it's like this beautiful golden kind of energy. So once again, Dr. Sue Morter does chakra work, okay, is included, so I really recommend that. Now so we're going to move away from duality, okay, but and these images might have different meanings for you as well. Right, let's jump to the dragon one next. Right, the next card we have is called Thoughts. Okay, so it's saying become more aware of your thoughts. What are you thinking about most of the time? Like really kind of tapping in, and identifying your thoughts is really going to help you to become aware of what the old stories actually are. Like what thoughts and beliefs have you been living from that are causing your perhaps stagnation, frustration, even confusion, or if you have resistance to investigating ascension perhaps, or you go, oh, that's a crock of bull, I'm not going to look into that, but maybe you do need to, because it's just your thoughts and your beliefs that are holding you back from greater understanding and greater relief in terms of getting perspective on everything, okay? So thoughts are very much, our thoughts are very powerful, okay? Our thoughts are energy. As Dr. Sue Morter says, everything is energy. And we really need to be aware of how we're thinking, not just what we're thinking, and also not blaming external things for our thinking, okay? Because we actually have a lot of power of choice as to what we choose to think and what we choose to focus on, okay? So we need to be aware of our focus and how our thoughts are being affected by our focus. Oh wow, look at this. That is gorgeous. That says karmic board clearing. So we have a lot of clearing. The last card of the Gateway of Light activation also had clearing. Okay, so sorry, I just had chills then. So the clearing, okay, so the messages that are coming through is that as we clear, the more we can clear, the more free we're going to feel. Okay, and if we want to be like those dragons, powerful, free, sovereign, we need to start clearing, okay? But the clearing process can be a lot simpler than you think. It can just be about clearing the energy body and looking into the clearing the energy body. And once again, Dr. Sue Morter's work, I'm really going to recommend this because it's almost like I'm going to possibly really go into that myself and maybe even help people with it more specifically. I'm not qualified in it as such at the moment, but I can recommend it, okay? So the small print here says energetic clearing, right? Rewrite your story, live your truth. Rewrite your story, okay? It's reprogramming these thoughts. And it might be that you just got to tweak a couple of things, okay? Many of you, like many of us, have been on a soul growth journey for a long time. This is why I brought these images here today, because of the theme of growth. Because this is how we need to look or view these times, even though they are seems to be times of confusion, chaos, or the financial system's falling down or whatever. Believe it or not, This is an opportunity for growth for us, huge growth, okay, spiritually speaking, and ascension and evolutionarily speaking. The last phrase here was live your truth. And look at this. See how this is almost like a power pose. And this is once again how that the body is connected to the mind and the consciousness. Like if you stand and do this power pose like this, and you do an aligning breath, and you do that maybe 5 or 6 times, I guarantee it will shift your energy field. Okay? That's a basic one. Dr. Sue Morter has lots of others that really kind of work with many areas of the body at once, okay, in aligning, which is super powerful. But even just a simple thing like that, or you might notice if you do a yoga class at certain poses, if you're really tuning into your consciousness, certain poses, if you just hold them, are really, or even do them, and stretching and opening up as well is going to be really good. Okay, I haven't done a chakra oracle reading for so long. Let's do one more row. So we're just going to do, I'm actually really enjoying these cards. I really love the simplicity of this. Wow. So this is another real power food, like figs, okay? Vitality, fig, okay? And see that snake? It's like the Kundalini energy, which, as you know, in ancient India, the yogis, they use that metaphor of the snake, you know, curling up to describe that energy flow up the spine. Which is something else too. Once you get rid of the old energy that's been holding you back, those old stories, clearing your energetic clearing, which is exactly this on point. This vitality is really going to open up your dragon aspect, you know, your ability to be like more energy, okay, more vitality, better health, clearer everything. What else can we say about this? It's a fruit, so it has the water, element of water, and we have Taurus here. So yeah, Taurus is an earth sign, and water is, of course, you know, we need water. The fruit cards here are all water element, so hydration is going to be of great importance as well. Last card for the dragons, we have self-worth. Okay. You know what? This is just giving me chills right now, because a lot of those old stories that we have, one of the stories that many of us have is that at our core, or like from a very young age, many of us have been made to feel, depends which era you're kind of born into, but depends on the era, but many of us have this kind of inbuilt kind of sense of worthlessness, like we are not worthy of anything abundant, or perhaps we don't feel worthy of success, we don't feel worthy of optimal health, we don't feel worthy of anything. Okay, so that is a bit of an old story, but moving into self-worth, self-empowerment, a lot of us have resistance to that. Okay, a lot of us have resistance to creating self-empowerment. We put it down. Many of us put that down. Oh, empowerment. That's just people being selfish. But you're really making life hard for yourself with that view, and you're also underestimating your own worth, because empowerment, many of us have a negative relationship with power. Power does not have to be negative. It doesn't have to be overruling or dominant. Power can be love, the power of love, okay, the power of peace, the power of understanding, the power of bliss, the power of freedom, the power to choose, the power of free will, okay, the power of your soul to do amazing things, to activate these gifts that are directly linked into your perception of self-worth, hence self-power, to even feel that you're worthy enough to step into activating all of that for yourself. But you don't do it just for yourself, because the soul does things for the greatest good. Okay? So you are worthy of whatever it is that your soul needs to do, because your soul is ultimately interested and doing things for the greatest good of all. Okay? And this is what drives our purpose and our mission, is that when we tap into that soul energy, it's like, boom. I don't give an F about what anyone else thinks. The soul needs to speak. The soul needs to do what it needs to do. And it might do it in a different or an original way. So what? That's probably better than doing it the way it's all been done before, because no one's going to listen to a message that's been said the same in the same old for the last 100 years, okay? You know, let's be original. Let's activate these fantastic gifts and do some different stuff. Let's be powered like the dragons. Okay, this one says, look at that. Oh my God, look at that image. Star being healing codes. Star being, okay. We are all star beings, and see this healing codes. I can't believe the synchronicity of this. I've just been talking to you about Dr. Sue Morter, who does, her system is called the energy codes. Okay, here we have energetic clearing, and here we have healing codes. So we have healing energetic codes, okay? Star being healing codes. But this, I could pretty much say with 100% amount of truth, that her work is actually star being healing codes. There are probably many types of systems and that you can use to do that, but that's definitely one of them. Important information. Wounds are healed, recharging. Oh my God, yes. Important information. That is all about how we are interlinked, okay? And wounds are healed. This is literally what I was talking about. You heal, the body heals. Once you get that energy body going, but you embody that energy body more than just having an intellectual little understanding of it. You consciously use your breath with it. There are many aspects to this. I can't explain it all in this video, but recharging. It's going to heal and recharge you. It's literally like plugging yourself, and don't do this, but it's literally like plugging yourself into a solar panel. If I can use that analogy. Yeah, because all of a sudden you're like, oh, I do actually have power. That's interesting. And I can probably, with my consciousness, I probably can heal myself. And it's just freaking amazing. Like, this is one of the gifts. Okay? Our gifts to self-heal and self-recharge with the right information. Okay, we have important information coming through. I think I'm going to leave that reading at this point, because, I mean, I can't get any more synchronistic than that right now. Other than to say, let's just quickly, I'm just going to run over these again. So here we have the carb-rich fruits and veggies here. Carbohydrates, okay. I know some people go, carbs are banned for keto and all that, but you know what? If you've got no food to eat, I mean, you're just going to eat the closest thing. And basically, if you've got some carb-rich foods that you're growing in your garden, you know, down the track, that might be all we've got to eat. You know what? They'll save your life. So I'm not going to put carbs down. So let's just, you know, don't forget the, and look at the colours here too. You know, we have white potatoes, red, that beautiful purple and red, which is literally like, here we go again. This is another synchronicity. I just want to quickly say this. That orange there is like the sacral chakra. Okay, the sacral chakra is to do with our creativity, you know, our inner wisdom and intuition even. And the violet, this purple here is like the crown, or, you know, like the brow, kind of that area, which is also to do with our knowing and our perception. So those two things are really interlinked. Okay, as well. Oh, right, let's just look at these three now. I really need to wrap it up pretty soon. So we have gifts, thoughts, and self-worth. Okay, so if you're thinking more that you are worth more, then you're going to be able to tap into your gifts, because you're going to be able to get the right information for yourself in order to activate your energy body. Okay, you can heal pretty much anything about yourself if you start doing energy healing work. Okay, so, and once again I'm going to say, Dr. Sue Morter energy codes She might get an influx depending on how many people look at this video, but she's got you can go on her email list. She'll give you some freebies that way as well, like meditations and things. But yeah, those cards are awesome, and I really love how this is quite grounded here, and we've got heavens and earth, and you know, and the beautiful gifts. Right, don't forget those gifts. That's what we're aiming for. And last but not least, this star being here in the middle, we have clearing Akashic records. That's the other thing too. We're going to be coming into a greater awareness of what our past lives are, but we're going to be probably releasing the trauma of those past lives, particularly with our energy healing work. But here we have, you know, the codes, and we have the so this is just if you want to take a snapshot of these three, but these are beautiful images. Karmic board clearing, and what's that say again? Star being healing codes. Okay, and this one is the Akashic records. It's really hard to read backwards. Okay, folks, that's it. So glad to be back. I'm going to try and do these regularly on a Thursday. It seems to be the best time of the week for me, because that's part of why this hasn't happened for a while, because lots of stuff going on. In the meantime, have a great week, and I will catch you soon. Great to see you. And yeah, if you want to leave any comments below, yeah, like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. I'm going to be putting up some more. Like I said, I really want to get some more dragon decks. Hopefully the quality of this video has been okay. Hopefully the sounds worked. I realise the visuals aren't A1. I'm probably going to be trying to tweak that down the track. So thank you for hanging in there, and hope you have a great week, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye for now.